Hey, you guys. I haven't listened to this CD in a long time. It is Phillips, Craig, and Dean. And this was a CD. The music probably isn't all that anymore, but this will set you free. This worship, there's even a rapture song in here, and they've been around a long time, but I had it out. I had it out for Easter, but I hadn't listened to it. But I was listening to other ones anyway. We can worship together, okay? I've already been crying. I got my paper towels out. I blow my nose with paper towels because the toilet paper or tissues, when I blow, they spew all this flecks of tissue in my eyes. So I like that better. But anyway, you guys, if you can get this, find this. It's called Breathe In. Breathe In. Phillips, Craig, and Dean. They've been around a while. This guy right here, I think, he didn't get married till he was like 40 or older. Also, I was gonna, tell you a little bit about my ex-sister-in-law. I had briefly spoken about their boy, and my ex-husband, I think, she had 6 kids. So this is one of his brothers. He has been married before, and he was married for many years, and they didn't have any children. Then he met this woman, and get this. Okay, so I already said how at 40 years old, she got pregnant, and he's 9 years older, and she's 40. Okay, so I don't know how long they've been married. Well, the boy is 13, but anyway, she was a virgin because she was gay all her life. I had been to their house. We had been to their house over there in Phoenix, and she was showing me pictures, like her testimony. She really didn't, say this is my testimony, but you can tell she was kind of trying to. So the point is, she found Jesus. And by the way, my little brother that had been, he's got a cool story too, that, he had been married once, and then she left him and everything. Because I told you, my little brother is my half-brother, same dad, different mom. He was raised, Catholic-ish, and they had even stopped going. Well, so his first wife, that was nothing. Maybe she was Catholic, maybe they were both nominal, but this new wife of his, back in 2005, maybe they got married. Her name's Tara. She's black. I think she was 30 and doesn't even have a driver's license because I think she lived in New York or from New York, and she was a model, and but anyway, she was a Christian, not a Catholic. I mean, it's debatable whether Catholics are Christian or not, but my ex, who's in Rome right now, sends me these pictures of the cathedrals, one or two of them, and the inside, and on their pulpit thing, they're on both pictures he sent to me. On the inside, there is a picture of Jesus in the middle. But anyway, so my little brother, Tara is the one, because remember I was telling you about my siblings and their history, how we all found Jesus in way different ways, and from different backgrounds, right? And we never really hung out together. And we still don't. We all they all raised their children separately. They didn't really get the cousins, didn't know each other very well except for the holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas. But anyway, Susie, my little sister, who's my half sister, we have the same mother. I call her Susie Star Telegram. She is not a gossip. That's not what I mean. But she is actually the glue that keeps all of the family, the siblings, talking. Anyway, so my little brother, at how old would he have been in 05, born in 73, he found Jesus through Tara, his wife now. This woman, I can't even remember, Heidi is her name. So Heidi and Al, my ex-brother-in-law and sister-in-law, she's showing me these pictures of her ex, who was her girlfriend for many years, and also maybe other girlfriends, I don't know. But then she found Jesus. She knew it was wrong immediately. She never again, so I think, was dating, and she found Al. And Al, I don't know if he was a Christian, because, see, my ex-husband is Catholic, but his whole family wasn't raised Catholic. He found Catholicism in his 30s, and he decided, but they might have been, of course, Protestant, the whole family, but very nominal. He didn't learn really anything. So I think when Al met Heidi and she had found Jesus, I think she introduced Al to either Jesus Christ, Christianity, or, to go to church and to serve him and stuff. Now, another thing about Heidi is because I briefly was in Phoenix because my ex had a house there, and he was planning on wintering there and spending summers in Michigan and whatever. So plus he had a sister there, and he had family. So, and Al. Well, so Heidi would ask me, she's like, hey, do you want to go to hot yoga? And we ought to la. And she's very naturey, extremely naturey. I mean, I can tell you something really disgusting. This is how naturey she is, but I won't. And I'm thinking, no, that yoga stuff is demonic. But I'm sure I said something, but it was something very, because I could tell she would have never understood it. She wouldn't have, some people, we grow in stages. So she was so excited about it. And I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. But yeah, I knew she was so ecstatic about her little yoga stuff that there was no way I could have penetrated her with the truth at that time. But now, Al visited because of my chimney to help my ex, and I asked Al something about, I don't know what it came up, but I said something about, because they're in Georgia now, and I'm like, has she found her, because she's also a masseuse, if she wants to be, she does, she works at, like the Hilton and stuff. So I asked him, I don't know what I was, and anyway, he goes, no, she doesn't do that anymore. She says it's wrong. And I'm like, it is wrong. And then Al started saying, well, yeah, I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't tell her, that's what she's got to figure out herself or something. And I go, well, Al, you're the head of the household, so you could have. There's plenty of videos that it's not about you bossing her around. You're not bossing her around. Anyway, so I was just going to give that testimony about a woman that age. She was probably 30 something, late 30s, and she found Christ, and she chucked the homosexual life. And they're the ones that I wanted to ask my ex, hey, can you call Al and tell him that I want to share a video? Jack Hibbs has a guest on what they're teaching your children. So I was thinking about this today and worshiping. And it's like, you know, if their son, if Al and Heidi ever found out that he was being taught that required reading about a girl getting raped by her teacher and garbage like that, we'll call it shit, because it is a vulgar word for vulgar things. I believe that if they found out about that, which who knows if they will, that they're requiring their son to read that stuff, that shit, they're going to say, oh, no, 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 sir. No, sir, you're ever, no. And see, they're from Phoenix. So who knows how liberal that place is. That boy was mostly raised in Phoenix. I think this year and maybe, anyway, he's only been in Georgia for, anyway, so let's worship, y'all. I have been bawling my eyes out, and I now know. So in 2003, I rededicated my life, and I had a bunch of that anxiety and fear. And this is why I bought this CD, because I obviously heard this song on the Christian radio. And oh my gosh. Let me just come back and make a separate video, because I don't want to. But I've been listening to the whole thing. I just will share that testimony with you about Heidi and Al, and now their son, and she had that lifestyle all her life. All her life. She has a sister, and I think she's from the Northeast, like New England or something like that. And she's very close to her sister. And when she got married, it was really kind of hard for her, because she's used to being only with women, and her sister, she's so close, and I guess could go visit, because I don't know where they met. I don't know if they met in Arizona, or if Al was traveling up there. So anyway, isn't that miraculous for a woman to be in that lifestyle all these years? And then even she was convicted finally that yoga is very bad. Okay, so yeah, I'm sitting here on the floor by my boom box to control it, but I'll just come back and we'll worship Jesus separately, you guys. It's not the music. When you start hearing these words, you'll cry. You will. These people are very blessed and gifted at praising God. And this is an old CD from 2002, and that's probably why I heard it back then, because it was 2003 that I was. Anyway, okay, love you guys, and God bless you. Bye.